Global oil prices have risen sharply after Israel launched its attack on Iran. We're joined now by our business correspondent, Jonathan Josephs. So, Jonathan, first of all, tell us more about the impact on oil prices, also gold prices.
Yeah, Jackie, oil prices have risen, of course, as they often do when we have tensions in the Middle East like this, these escalations. And this is one of the most tangible impacts that the rest of us feel around the world from these tensions, because so many of us rely on the Middle East for our energy supplies, and this threatens disruption to those supplies. Just looking at the latest prices on my screen for oil, it is up about 7.25%, $74.39 a barrel. But to put that into some kind of perspective, that is actually lower than it was a year ago, for instance. So prices have been quite subdued in recent months, partly because President Trump has wanted lower prices and he's trying to relax regulations in America, which remains the world's biggest producer. But also because of the ongoing trade tensions between the US and China, which has kept a lid on demand for oil. And talking of President Trump, it's less than 24 hours since he actually said at the White House before these airstrikes happened that I don't like the oil prices have gone up just a little bit over the last few days. He pointed to his Energy Secretary, Chris Wright, and asked him if he were okay and what was going to happen to keep them down. But he's not alone in that concern. The International Energy Agency has said in the last couple of hours that it is actively monitoring the impact on oil markets from the Israel-Iran situation. Its executive director, Dr. Fatih Birol, went on to say that markets are well supplied today, but we are ready to act if needed. The IEA oil security system has over 1.2 billion barrels of emergency stocks and has proved vital to safeguarding the world economy. For a bit of context, the world uses about 100 million barrels a day, so there is plenty of bandwidth to absorb a bit of disruption.
And this is just going to add to the sort of wider uncertainty that's in the markets at the moment, isn't it?
That's right, because Iran is the world's number 7 producer, though these things do ebb and flow slightly, and Iraq, which is next door, is number 6, where Iran has the potential to hit US strategic interests. Iran could also controls the Strait of Hormuz to some degree, that body of water between itself and the Arabian Peninsula, and 20% of world oil passes through there. So there is a lot of potential for more disruption. On top of that, you've got US-China trade tensions, as I mentioned, which could change the price up or down. That President Trump has also been trying to refill the US strategic oil reserves, which has added to demand. So there's a lot of different factors at play.
Jonathan, thank you. That was Jonathan Josephs. Well, the US is Israel's closest ally, and how it responds will be key. The Trump administration said Washington was told about plans for the attack in advance, but that it wasn't involved in the operation. And in the last couple of hours, President Trump has posted on his social media platform Truth Social, saying he'd given Iran chance after chance to make a deal and warned that if they didn't do so, it would result in the end of what was once known as the Iranian Empire. Our correspondent in Washington is Nomia Iqbal. She joins us now. What else did President Trump have to say, Nomia?
Well, President Trump is, I think, trying to sort of show that the US didn't have anything to do with it, in the sense greenlighting it.